Okay, here we go. Put the appropriate inequality symbol. So you have -5, -8, -5. -8's closer to this side, the small side. So we got to make the nose so it goes towards that number. Okay, so -8's less than -5. That's a less than when the nose goes left. 4 and 2, +4, -2. So here's +4, here's -2. -2 is closer. So now the nose has to go towards that. So that says 4 is greater than -2. Okay, -3, +4. So here's -3, here's +4. So -3 is closer. Nose points towards that. Okay, solve the inequality and graph your solution set. X plus 8 is greater than or equal to 2, so you have to find the possible values for x. So there's only one x, okay, and that's a good thing. So there's one operation on the x side we have to undo. So we have a +8, we're going to -8, and when you plus or minus, it's same sign. So I subtract 8 from both sides, the sign will stay the same, and we have x. 2 minus 8 is -6. Okay, now the nose points towards a number, so when the nose points towards a number, we're going this direction. Okay. X minus 5 is less than or equal to -7, so we have 1x. That's good. So we have to get rid of the one number, the -5, so we have to +5. When you minus and plus, it's the same sign, okay? So +5, +5, same sign, and you have x. Then -7 plus 5 is -2. Nose points towards the letter, so it goes this way. X can be any number going that way. Okay, 5 times x is greater than or equal to -20, so we have 1x, and that's good. Okay. So we have times 5, we have to get rid of that. There's one thing to do, and that's divide by 5. Now when you divide, okay, if you have the negative there, it's switch sign, but if you don't have the negative there, it's same sign. So x, -20 divided by 5 is -4. Okay, now the nose points towards a number, so nose towards a number is this way. Okay, number 7, -3 times x is less than or equal to -15. Okay, so you have 1x, and that's good. Okay, so there's only one number on that side. Okay, if it's times, we're going to circle that. Okay, we have to divide then by -3. Now dividing with a negative is switch sign.
Have a good night, Mr.
You too. You need something?
To tell you, have a good night.
Oh, okay, okay.
Check the math, because we got 3.5 days left.
Oh, yeah. I gotcha. I will. Okay.
Have a good night.
Yeah, you too. Okay. So switch sign. Okay. So divide by -3. That's 5. Okay. So 5, the nose points towards a number, so if the nose goes towards a number, we're headed this way. Okay, solve the inequality and graph your solution set. So we have two numbers, okay? Now we have 2. We have 1x, so that's good. 1x, good. But now we have two numbers we have to get rid of. That says 1, O-N-E, 1x, good. So two numbers. So we have times -2, and then minus 3. So we circle the times, because between the number and the letter, if there's no sign there, that's times. So first we have to get rid of the minus 3 with plus 3. Then we get rid of the times negative 2 with divide by negative 2. So it's going to be the same sign on plus and minus. And divide by negative 2 is going to be switch the sign. Okay? So same sign, and you're going to plus 3. That's 18. Then divide by negative 2. You're going to switch the sign when you do that. 18 divided by negative 2 is negative 9. Nose goes towards the number. Nose towards the number is this way. Okay, next one. 6x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 29. So there's one x, and that's good. Okay, it's a good thing if there's one x. So, okay, you've got two operations, so there's two things we have to do. Now 6 and x would be times, then x and 5 is plus, so I circle the times, and I need to take out the plus 5 first with minus 5, and I get rid of times 6 by divide by 6. Okay, so minus 5 is keep sign, and there's no negative on the dividing, so that's also going to be same. I shouldn't put keep, it's same sign. Same sign. And then same sign here, because even though I'm dividing, it's not by a negative. I'll be dividing both sides just by 6. So same sign, minus 5, minus 5. And that's going to be 24, then divide by 6. 24 divided by 6 is 4. Okay, so nose goes towards a number, so if the nose goes towards a number, we're headed this way with our possible values for x. Okay, number 10, negative 7x plus 6 plus 9x is greater than or equal to 18. So now I have two x's, and that is not good. Okay, don't write good. So we circle the symbol, and they're on the same side. So they are on the same side. Same side is what I wrote. So same side is the V with the plus. We're going to add those together. And as far as our little sign goes, that'll be same sign. Okay. If I have two x's, when I take care of that, that's going to be same sign. So connect your x's with the V. Put your x down with the dot, and to find the number that's multiplied by x, you add negative 7 plus 9. That's 2. Plus 6, and then 18. Okay, now you've got two numbers on that side. So you get rid of plus 6 with minus 6. You get rid of times 2 with divide by 2. Same sign. Then I'm dividing, but it's by a positive, so same sign. Okay. Minus 6, that's 12. And then same sign again when we divide by 2, because we're not dividing by negative, only positive. 12 divided by 2 is 6. So I go find 6, it's right here. Nose goes towards a number, so we go this way. Okay, 4x plus 6 is less than or equal to 9x plus 31. So, okay, so we have two x's, and they're not on the same side, they're on opposite sides. Opposite sides. So we're not going to do the V. We're going to look at the x here, we're going to put the plus sign on it, and we need to minus 9x from each side. And that same sign when I do that. Okay. So same sign, minus 9x, and then minus 9x from 4x. So x, 4 minus 9 is negative 5, and then plus 6, and over here you have positive 31. Now I have just the one x. It's got two operations on its side. So I'm going to need to circle the times. I need to get rid of plus 6 with minus 6. I need to get rid of times -5 with divide by -5. So minus 6, whether it's minus or plus, doesn't matter. It's the same sign. Now this one's divide by a negative, so that's going to be switch sign. Okay. 31 minus 6 is 25, and then we still have the -5 times x. So then we get rid of now we switch the sign, and we divide by -5. So x, 25 divided by -5 is -5 equals. Okay. So here's -5. The nose goes towards the number, so if the nose is towards the number, it goes this way. Okay, solve the system for x and y. Okay, so you got to solve for each of your letters. So I circle my equals, and I have this letter here by itself. So that is your base. Now circle the other side, and you write replace. So in the base replace method, you write out 2x -6y equals -44. Now since the base is x, we parenthesize the x, and over the top of it we put 2y minus 16. So then x leaves the problem for now. So 2 parentheses 2y minus 16. After the parentheses you have -6y equals -44. So we have to distribute to get rid of this parentheses. Distribute. So I distribute 2 to 2y and 2 to -16. Okay. Remember, because that sign in front of it means the 16 is negative. Okay. And this 2, if you want to put other signs, these are positives. Okay. So I put y down. 2 times 2 is 4, and then I don't put y down, and that's -32. Okay, so under that you put 4y, and put a positive on that 4y. Okay. So we have, cross that out, and under it you put positive 4y and -32. Then you have the -6y equals -44. Okay. Now we have two y's now. So that's not good. They are on the same side. So we're going to go with the V. I don't have to worry about keep same sign, switch sign. Okay. So V those. So you write your y down, and then you take 4 plus -6. -2. Then you still have the -32 or the -32. So now the y is on only one y on one side of the equals by itself, so we circle the times. There's two operations on that side, two numbers. So we get rid of the -32 with +32. And we get rid of the times -2 with divide by -2. So -2 times y. -44 plus 32 is -12. Then we're going to divide by -2. So -12 divided by -2 is 6. So that's your answer for y. Now we have to find x. So go into the replace circle, put a times dot, and now you're going to take your y out and you're going to put 6 in. Okay. Then x equals 2 times 6 minus 12. And we get 0. Okay. Or sorry, that was wrong. 2 times 6 minus 16. 2 times 6 minus 16. I got -4. Okay, number 13, 4x minus 1y equals negative 17, 8x plus 3y equals negative 29. Okay, now I don't have a base letter because I don't have a letter by itself, so I make these columns, and first I add. 4 plus 8 is 12x, negative 1 plus 3y is positive 2y. And then negative 17 plus negative 29 is negative 46. So that did not work. So I switched the plus to minus and see if that works. So 4 minus 8 is negative 4x. Negative 1 minus negative 3 is positive 2y. And then negative 17 minus negative 29 is 12, so that doesn't work either. So we need to multiply. We need to times. So I have an 8 here, so I'm going to go 8, 8, 8. I have a 4 here, so it'll be 4, 4, 4. So I take 8 times 4, that's 32, but remember it's 32x. Then I take 8 times negative 1, which is negative 8y. Then I take 8 times negative 17, which is negative 136. On the bottom, you're going to have 32x. And then 12 times 4 is 3 times 4 is 12, so positive 12y. Then negative 29 times 4 is negative 116. Okay. Now go right to minus. You're not going to add. You're going to go right to minus. 32 minus 32 is 0x. So that's good. Okay. Negative 8 minus 12 is negative 20y. Then negative 136 minus negative 116 is negative 20. So 0x leaves the problem, okay? And we have just one operation. We just need to divide by negative 20. Negative 20 divided by negative 20 is 1, so y is 1. Now, write your first equation, just copy it, 4x minus 1y. Now the x is back in the problem, so we can solve for it. So I put 1 in for y. And I need to take negative 1 times 1. That's negative 1. So we have 4x negative 1 equals negative 17. Now I solve for x, so it has two operations. Okay. So first we're going to plus 1, and then we're going to divide by 4. Negative 17 plus 1 is negative 16, then you divide by 4. And then negative 16 divided by 4 is negative 4. Okay, should say graph the inequality. Okay, so graph that, find out. So we need two of them. Negative 4x plus 3. Now we need to make the dividing line, okay? And then it's MB. So slope, y-intercept. So the slope is negative 4. You would put a 1 under it, and then plus 3 is the y-intercept. So this is x, this is y. So 3. Down 4, forward 1. Okay, that's good enough. Now we need to decide what side's yes and what side's no. Okay. So I'll go this point. I'll set up my two xy coordinates. So this one would be 2 to 3. This one would be negative 2 to 3. So take your y out, replace it with 3. Take your x out, replace it with 2. Okay, so on this side we have 3. And on this side we take negative 4 times 2. And that's negative 8. And we take negative 8 plus 3. Negative 5. So 3 and negative 5. So here's positive 3, here's negative 5. Negative 5 is closer. And the nose goes towards that. That's a yes. So that 2, 3 points yes. Now negative 2, 3. So negative 2 goes in for x. And 3 goes in for y. So negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. Okay. So I take 8 plus 3, and that's 11. So these are both positives. Positive 3, positive 11. Positive 3 is closer. So the nose does not go towards that, so that's a no. And then the yes side is the one you highlight. They shouldn't both be yes. If one side should be yes, the other side should be no. And story problems. A lawnmower normally costs $700. It's marked on sale for 30% off, which means you're subtracting from the price. Beth buys the item during the sale. How much will she need to pay for the item? So we take this $700 and we need to minus, but when we minus it has to be a money amount. It can't be the percent. So to find out, we set up a proportion. So we put 30% over 100%. Then after that, okay, we line up the $700 here, and I put X here. So we circle diagonal. We take 30 times 700, and then we take X times 100, or 100, go 100 times X. 30 times 700, 100 times X. So 30 times 700 is 2,100, or 20, excuse me, that's wrong, 21,000. And I don't know X, so I just keep it as 100 times X. So I put the 100 times X on this side. That's where my variable I want. Then I put 21,000 on this side. So there's just one thing we have to do. It's divide by 100. So 21,000 divided by 100 is 210. Now you bring that up here, and that's how much money you get to subtract. So 700 minus 210 is 490. I have $400 in my bank account. I will save $20 per week, week being the time. How many weeks of saving? Well, I have $600. So money is a function of the weeks. Okay, so I make a side box and I put money in weeks. Remember, we let the time unit be the X and the money be the Y. So per, dollars per week. So the dollars per week is 20 times X. Okay, so on your XY table, you make a table, money above Y, weeks above X. So 0, 1, 2. So we start at $400, and every time there's a week, we add the 20. Okay, so 400 plus 20 is 420. 420 plus 20 is 440. Now we have to get to $600, okay? And I put a question mark. That's my answer. equals y, so y starts at 400, then we started adding 20 over and over. 20 is called the rate of change, 20 times x, because we keep adding 20. I don't know how many times I add 20, so that's why it's times x. So then you write that equation, 400 plus 20 times x equals y. And then y equals 600. Okay, so put 600 in place of the y. Okay, so now I have to solve for x. Okay, so x is on this side. It's got two numbers with it. So you put a plus on you circle your times, you put a plus, you need to minus 400, and then you need to divide by 20. $600 minus 400 is 200, so I got 20 times x equals 200. Then I divide by 20. So 200 divided by 20 is 10.